Hello, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, and a welcome to this good old pub game. This was submitted personally to me by Mr. Chester, and I'm really excited to get going. This game looked really good, and do please remember, if you have a game you want me in specific to cast, just send it to me via Steam, via PM on YouTube, or just leave it in the comment section or something like that. I am Mr. Frozor. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you haven't done that already. That would be absolutely incredible. And yeah, we're gonna be sitting here with some good old Dota. This looks like some good old, at least the ranked alt pick system is applied in this particular game, as we're gonna be having the first couple of picks moving in here in just about a second. And there, we got the Crystal Maiden coming out first. Absolutely incredible hero. You got the aura of the basically the arcane order, which solves most of your mana problems. So usually heroes that get a Ring of Basilius or something like that don't actually have to, or like very mana dependent early game heroes, they can stay without clarities. You know, they can save a lot of money in this Crystal Maiden. She is not the tankiest of heroes and very easily countered out, and Huskar in my eyes is not really one of them. I mean, he does incredible damage, but Crystal Maiden can always freeze him up and just wander out of there even though she is burning. So if she is quick on her fingers, she should be able to counter out this Huskar rather well. Life Break is going to damage him more than it's going to damage her, because he is usually better up against high damage carries. But the Berserker's Blood, though, with the bonus magic resistance, is going to work in the favor of the Huskar up against this Crystal Maiden. So they're going to have a hard time at least taking him out. I think they're going to be having a somewhat easy time stalling him, but actually bringing him down might get a bit difficult if they pick too many magic dependent heroes. So next up, we're going to be having the Doom on the board here. Not the best of counters towards the Huskar, as far as I know. The Doom, yeah, that is actually pure damage, so that is going to go through. So that's actually a rather good pickup up against this Huskar. That is just going to straight cancel out his Berserker's Blood. It's not going to debuff it, as far as I know. But it is going to go straight through his Berserker's Blood, which means that he is not going to be able to work the damage resistance as well as he might have hoped. Plus, Doom is a very heavy farming carry, so we will hopefully be seeing some nice, extraordinarily nice farm coming out here. Phantom Lancer is going to be picked up by this dire side again. Doom can be a way to isolate him if they can get rid of the illusions for long enough, which means that it's not super good either. Ogre Magi now picked up. Absolutely incredible hero. Synergizes super well with the Crystal Maiden. Ogre Magi able to spam those spells a lot more efficiently in the early game. Axe also picked up here from the Dire. Should be somewhat able to zone out the Doom. And especially in the early game, the Crystal Maiden and potentially the Ogre Magi. At least in synergy with either the Huskar or the Phantom Lancer. So Dire, they're looking for supports now. Radiant, they're looking for carries in the mid laner. I'm suspecting that it's probably going to be a dual lane or two dual lanes, unless Chester just goes straight jungle. I have seen him do that sometimes, but you know, it's mostly in pubs you see 2-1-2 lanes, but aggro tri-lanes are actually quite amazing. Slug is going to be the pickup, so I don't know if he's bound to the off lane or if he's actually going to be going safe lane, but synergizing quite well with the Ogre Magi. They're able to stun up, make sure that the Slug Pounce is easier to hit, get the maximum amount of efficiency out of the Dark Pact and Essence Shift as well. Also really synergizes as well with the Crystal Maiden, because his mana regen is not super good, so he's able to pounce a lot more often with that Arcane Aura. Sand King also picked up super heavy team fighter. I really like this pickup up against a couple of squishy heroes. They got the stun in order. So they have an actual stun up against this Crystal Maiden. Just, you gotta wait to charge up your Epi until Crystal Maiden drops her nuke. And then you charge up, jump in, and that should be at least one pick, as far as I'm concerned. Radiant and I are both looking to pick up. Actually, a Centaur Warrener, so who's gonna go mid? This might be a mid slog, actually. Well, he's gonna get a quick level 6 and be able to gank, but I don't think he's gonna get much farm against this Huskar, who I'm assuming is going mid. Dire, they're looking for support here. Who are they going to be picking up? They could potentially pick up an intelligence hero. So some intelligence here. Well, a Lich could actually... I don't know. No, Slug disjoints it, so that's probably not the best idea. But some kind of intelligent hero that really... You know, a stun-heavy hero, basically. A harasser hero. Silencer is actually going to be the pickup. I feel he kind of lacks stuns, though. Kind of got jumbled up on my heroes there, but... They're going to be picking up the Silencer as the final pickup. Got Crystal Maiden sitting on that, what I assume is at least an Immortal Crown.
This one is in
We got the Greveling as well, drop down. We got Capital on the Crystal Maiden. Fantastic. It's going to be sitting on your Orca Magi, of course, with a beautiful, beautiful set here, which makes him look absolutely hideous. Basically, no matter where he wanders, Centaur Warner is also going to get picked up here. He's going to be played by Mr. Brave. The guy I have seen a couple of times by now, so I think I might have played with him a time or two. Got Cog Diesel sitting on the Slug as well. We're actually going to be possibly having a mid-Centaur here. He's going to be able to zone out the Huskar, I think. At least get the return damage early, I think, because he's never going to be able to get in close enough to work that double edge, and it's only going to hurt him more. So I would say return damage is actually quite good up against this Huskar. Just try to keep him in that zone where he's gankable. Actually, now that I think about it, that might not be that good of an idea, considering the fact that Huskar's Berserker's Blood is going to trigger. Nevertheless, we do have a bit of a clash here. Axe jumping straight in. He's only got the call so far. No spins, and he's going to go down. He's going to be the first blood. And Brave taking that last hit. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. So COD Diesel, or COK Diesel, is going to be moving on to that bottom lane with the Slug here. I'm apparently lagging a little bit. I'm going to quickly go ahead and see what I can do about that. Just give me a half a second here. Alright, I think that might have helped out a little bit. I closed down Skype, so I should have a bit of a higher frame rate here, and we're just going to get the fog back up online. Should have mostly introduced the heroes here. Chester is actually going to be a middle laner.
missing top.
Going to try to find the farm there with the Devourer. Centaur is going to be rotating towards that top lane, and we're actually going to be having the aggro try here. Absolutely love that idea. He's not gone for Arcanor yet. Has actually just gone straight Frostbite. But then again, you know, the Arcanor is not an immediate concern at level 1. Down that bottom lane, contesting this tri lane, we will be having the Phantom Lancer, played by Chris, and Incognitus is on Mr. Axe, and they're going to be having a hard time down here. There are a lot of harass spells, a lot of stuns, a lot of bursts, a lot of nukes, basically, coming down here from this bottom lane, and the Slug is going to be secured at least a little bit of farm here. As the Ogre is going to stun up the Axe, he might go again. It's going to get cold. That should save his life for just a little bit. Crystal Maiden does not have the Frostbite online. Was committed earlier. 12 seconds on the pounce, so it's not going to be enough. See him. You might not want to do this. Phantom Lancer doesn't have the Spirit Lance though. But yeah, on the middle lane we have Yuko Nade on the Huskar. Going to be going up against Chester's Doom so far. He's winning that middle lane quite considerably and was very much expected. Up in the top lane, Centaur is having a lot of trouble dealing with this Sand King Silencer dual lane. He is not expected to win it, just straight because, you know, he is a solo off lane up against the dual lane, so. There's actually a lot of kill potential in this. They do have the somewhat high early game damage of the Silencer, with the Last Word and the Curse of the Silent combined with the Burrow Strike in a Sandstorm from the Sand King, so a lot of kill potential up in this top lane. Centaur, though, getting the return damage done, so he should be able to fend for himself somewhat efficiently up against this harass. On middle lane, Chester trying to go up against the Huskar, and is going to actually find the kill. Is he going to burn out? Might not. It's super close, but he should be able to regen through it. That was rather amazing. He's actually gone for the crits first, so he's going to be having a bit of a swiftness aura, as far as I know. No, he doesn't. That's only the bonus damage aura. That does help him last hit. Down on the bottom lane, they're going to try to at least zone out this Axe a little bit. Has not found a whole lot of last hits. So they're doing good in that sense. Slog farming, finding more farm down there than both the Phantom Lancer and the Axe combined. So good job on that tri lane. Really sticking out. Of course, almost got that kill on Axe earlier. Has the Arcanor been skilled yet? Nope, not yet. Getting her nukes in order. Might want to skill it as next. Because Chester, he's not exactly high on mana, but he's high on spell mana, as well as Centaur. He's pretty much only got enough mana for 2 stomps. Now the rotation, Elder wants that bottom lane Shark. He's going to be able to pounce out Slug. Sorry, I said Shark. Chester now rotating him with an Illusion Rune. Going to try to catch out this Chris right here. Or Incognitas. Actually feels like it is going to let go of the Scorched Earth. I don't think it's going to be catching him fast enough. It's getting blocked by Stolen Illusions. So no real happening here as of yet. It's just going to be devouring a creep and moving out of there. On the mid lane, Husker finding a bit more free farm here. And that's the thing you got to avoid, or at least try to avoid, is that free farm. Up from the Husker, because he's going to get really, really fat, really fast. Almost got their urn online. They don't actually have a courier. That's rather amazing. I think Silencer was the closest they came to a support, but he's taking farm right now, so. But no courier online. Dire or Radiance hasn't been winged up yet. Oh, Mr. Battle Hunger going out on to Diesel. They're looking for him. Nice stun out by Ogre, stalling him for a little bit. There comes the nuke up from Crystal Maiden. And that should be about enough to force him back. It's the unfortunate thing about Axe, you got plenty of match or physical damage resistance, but when it comes to the Ogre and the Crystal Maiden, you're having a hard time. If he doesn't catch out the Crystal Maiden, he's pretty much dead. Sansa are still working that top lane. They still don't have a courier. By mission, working his way towards a quick blink dagger. He has got a fairly quick pair of arcane boots with that 16 last hits up on top. Centaur pretty much unable to do nothing. Is having a bit of an easier time here. Now that there's only a Silencer in lane, is out leveling him by about 1. So when he gets the Stampede online and gets a bit of extra regen, should be able to do something about it. And there's the Arcane Aura. It's finally time for the Arcane Aura. This should be this is a crucial pickup for the Centaur. It's going to enable him to be a lot more active, as well as Chester. He's going to be able to pop that Scorched Earth a lot more aggressively, and also pretty much got mana for the Doom now as well. So we might see some more rotations coming out from him. It's not going to utilize the Haste Rune as of yet. I kind of understand that. Not really enough mana to go for anything big as of yet. Still needs to heal up almost. Oh, he canceled the Doom. It's going to let it go now, and this is a clash between the Husker and the Doom. I think this should not exactly be enough. It's only 20 damage a second, and it's not lasting that long. You mostly use it for the silence and not the damage per second, until he at least gets Scepter. But that's going to drop him fairly low. Huskar should be able to heal it back up soon. It's actually not going straight for the urn. It does have the 2 gauntlets, but it's going to be working its way into power treads first. Diesel, sitting with a magic wand here, is just going to purge that. That's the unfortunate thing about the Axe. He's not able to get good battle hungers off on him because it's a slug. He's just going to purge it.
Illusion. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So that is rather solid off from him. Really understanding the hero sinking. He's rotating towards that bottom, and he only has the Boris Strike, and it's only level 2, so range is not that long. He has no real way of initiating. They're just going to be roaming around, rotating that, sinking down there. It's kind of obvious that that's not the real thing right there. And they're just hiding in the woods. It's going to find actually the Crystal Maiden. They're looking for something here. Slug, is he going to get jumped by Huskar? No, he's going to be able to pounce away for it now. Stun out from Crystal Maiden, or at least the disables. Stun from Sand King. Board Strike is on target. Axis, is he going to go for the call? He is. He should find 1-2. Ogre Magi, the only guy to survive for now, but it's just completely getting burned down here. Purge as well. There's the stun from Sand King, and that should be a dead Ogre. So nice little rotation there. It did take him quite a while, but you know, a kill's a kill. It has enabled Chester to farm up and actually overtake Huskar on the last hit meter. And they're going to try to push in this bottom lane, try to go for a quick early tower here to take some of the, at least the lane security away from the slug. As he's only sitting on 14 last hits as of right now, he's actually getting outfarmed by a Silencer. And there goes the success of the tri-lane. They were able to zone out the Phantom Lancer and the Axe, but only for so long. If they take this tower, that lead will have been nullified. Warner going in, looking for the stomp. He's going to find it. There is no double edge, and now Huskar jumps in. It's going to be trying to work his way through Brave, and it should be enough. There it is. I think he might need to skill the double edge. Has focused a lot into return, but it's only really good once you get the strength bonus. So 1 point into it is nice, but no more than that. You'll basically only do it for the 16 damage, and in the early stages, because it's percentage based, it scales like crap.
Is under attack.
Haste.
Chester sitting up again by mission here. It's also going to help us farm. The double edge on the one creep can kill him off pretty much an entire wave once you get it fully leveled. Chester taking a lot of damage here. It's going to get stunned up by mission. Is going to try to make his way out. Hasted Phantom Lancer doing work. Spirit Lane's coming out as well. Now the Battle Hunger on the Crystal Maiden. They're looking to push in this mid lane very, very aggressively. Chester's going to be able to survive. Sand King barely making it out of that. CM, she's looking for something at least. Might just take a last hit and leave. Yep, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Now the Midas coming up from the Doom 9-minute Midas, not half that bad considering his lane. Oh, that was the game up on top lane. Or at least the gank and attempted kill.
This'll come in handy.
Phantom Lancer has got the beard online now. The bearded cat. Apparently. Oh, we're looking at mud golems. Huskar has got the crown of his, but yeah, he's working his way towards an Urn of Shadows. Don't know when he'll actually get it. He got the boots online. That's not going to do much rotation coming up towards that top. Ogre Magi, Crystal Maiden synergizing super well, but not finding anything here. Oh, Doom going on to the Phantom Lancer. He's going to be able to pick him off, and there's just not enough damage in the world. And nope. Oscar is going to get the Doom's killing spree, but still Chester walking out of there with a double kill. And about 400 gold right down his pocket. Huskar walking about with a 100 gold exchange from that kill, but still losing out on a precious experience for the Huskar. They're looking for something up on top lane. Centaur trying to get the last hits he can, essentially working his way into more magic damage resistance, which, you know, in some ways I can understand it, in some ways I can't. It is a decent item, but I think for this game I'd actually just go for the Vanguard. Just the security of the Vanguard. Oh, the Spirit lands onto Crystal Maiden. She's going to be dead immediately. Call out from Axe. It's going to hold the Centaur, but quadruple stomp actually. Doom now coming in for the chase. Slug there as well. Is he going to be able to pound somebody? No, he's not. Huskar is showing his big ugly face up in this fight, trying to bring down Chester. Axe is now going to get stunned up by Ogre. Stuns out from Sand King, stunning the entire lot. Slug might go down here. We do have a Sand King down as well. Super chaotic fight. Centaur trying to make it back out. Ogre Magi working out as well. But might actually get brought down by Crystal Maiden here. There's just not enough physical damage though. He's healing up from his inner vitality. And that was about a 2-for-1 trade. Very, very close to a 2-for-3. It was actually a 2-for-3. Crystal Maiden died like immediately in the fight and then just had time to come back because he's only level 4.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, super solid.
Radiant structures
Somewhat solid
are
performance by her
fortified.
actually so far. Even though she has died twice, been somewhat able to keep her teammates alive. Is going to be really struggling up against this Huskar.
Is under attack.
Until she really gets online, it's going to be freezing up the Axe. There goes the nuke. But just the illusions and Huskar jumping in. Capital, he's gone. Brave not going to be walking in, does not have a stun, and he should be going down as well. Chester just focused on the Huskar, wants to get the kill. Should be more than enough in the Doom, and there it is. But he might go down as well, and he is. No help from the Ogre, who's now just coming in. It's going to be, nope, that's an illusion, buddy. Slug looking for Pounce. Is he going to find it? Nope, Sand King just jumping down to the low ground. Oh, Pounce beautifully afterwards. It's going to be wandering his way towards that Sand King, dropping him a bit low. Pounce? He had it. He had the bounce. They don't have detection for him. He's got an Nimbus rune. I think he's actually looking for an Epi here. He has it. He has the Epicenter. But he also has a Blink Dagger, which I think he would like to get first. Because the range on Burrow Strike is absolutely hideous compared to a Blink Dagger. It's about half. Crystal Maiden going to be farming up this middle lane here. Together with the Centaur, you can use your double edge for a bit of cleave. To try to farm those creeps a bit faster. Chester currently sitting on the most gold, possibly also, yep, the highest net worth by quite a significant amount. And that's very, very understandable considering the Hanamitis is going straight Vlads here. Let's say that's not a bad pickup, considering the fact that he does get the extra armor. Gets the lifesteal aura as well for the slug, so he doesn't have to get any sort of lifesteal. Sensor can somewhat benefit from it as well when you get into the later stages of the game. When he starts doing a bit more damage here. Yep, there's the aura coming out. Force Staff onto this Silencer as well. He's going to be looking to show off his mobility here as he goes for the, basically goes up against the Centaur. Now the return damage, Sand King. He's coming in. He's going to be able to charge up. Nope, going to be cancelled. And there is the bindings on Slug. Could actually charge this up. They're kind of forgetting about him. Has the Blink Deck up and online. Slug going to be finding a kill on the Silencer here. Sand King, he's just trying to make it out of here. It's just going to be Boris striking down to the low ground. Should be able to blink out. Centaur, he's looking for him though. I don't think the range is quite far enough. He's sitting inside the woods. They're actually seeing him. Crystal Maiden's seeing him. She just needs the damage. There's the Frostbite, and that should be more than enough. Doom onto the Husker, and he's going to go down immediately. Axe getting the double call, but there's just too much damage. Slug pouncing in as well, and that's going to be 4 for 0. TPN, I don't think you want to do that. Mr. Phantom Lancer is immediately also going to doppelganger out. Wow, what a fight. Coming out immediately here from the Radiant. So much gold exchanged. Silencer now TPing in as well. He was the first to go down, so they're probably just looking to get a bit of chip damage on this tower, and now they're just backing out. Very, very understandable. Fortunate thing about Slug up against the Axe, or at least the combo here, is that basically, if he Dark Pacts when he jumps into the Axe, and Axe calls before the Dark Pact goes entirely off, Slug is going to be home free. So if he can time that perfectly, which not a whole lot of people can, he's actually got a huge benefit up against the Axe. Plus he can rob him of so much of his strength. As of right now, he's just working straight towards Blink Dagger. Just screw your Tranquils, screw everything else. You got 4.2 in regen, in base regen. He just wanted that Blink Dagger, but he's going to have it soon. It's a 15-minute Blink Dagger, not exactly a fast one, but it is a Blink Dagger nonetheless. He's just been going down too fast though. I mean, he's getting out health by pretty much a Phantom Lancer. Not entirely, it's a bit of an overstatement, but Huskar is currently their tank, but he's just falling so fast to the Doom. And that's the fortunate thing about the Doom, it's reliable damage. Oh, Haste Rune is going to be on the Silencer, so he's going to be home free. I was a bit of it's quite lucky there. Had the Doom actually been online and hadn't that been a Haste Rune, that would have been very, very problematic for the Silencer. Slug getting his hands on the Power Treads. Finally getting those online, working his way towards a quick Yasha here. He's actually been farming somewhat well considering the fact that his early game was so poor. Ogre Magi. Oh, they're charging ahead with that Stampede. Sam is able to make it out. Now the Global Silence comes out. No stun up from Sensor. He's actually dropping Cry Low. Sand King coming in with the Epicenter. Is going to bring down the Slug. He's going to try to chase further. There's a Stomp. Going to get the double Stomp off. And then enables the Doom to get a kill. Now going to turn his attention towards the Axe. He's just not tanky enough to deal with it. There is no mana for the Doom though. Huskar leaping in. Should be able to find Chester. Fantastic. Trying to make his way back out. There is no stun online. No mana for it. Just going to be trying to out-juke this Axe. And he should more or less be able to. Here's no, there was a call out from Max, but no Blink Dagger. And they're going to be trying to take this, contest this middle tower here. That's a long cooldown on the Doom. And he still has a Doom ready. TP in from the Crystal Maiden. She hasn't actually skilled the ultimate yet. I can kind of understand that, but might need to go for it soon. Just sit off the edge of the fight, wait for all the stuns to get used up, and then jump in and just let it go the shit out of everybody.
Regeneration.
She's going to be running straight into the Huskar, and they're going to be committing everything to take her. Slug looking for a return kill here. I'm not really going to be finding it. Sensor looking for something. Axe blinking in. That's very, very risky. And he's going to go down immediately. Sand King getting trapped in there as well. Is going to be stunning out of it. Ogre showing off the stuns there as Phantom Lancer is trying to bash down the Slug. Should not be able to yet do him out on the Huskar, so he should be gone. Sand King just sitting inside there, just eating that Scorched Earth. It's going to be trying to just jump back out of there, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Yep, level death, ending him. Chris is going to get at least helped out by the Silencer, as he's going to try to stall. It's better for Silencer versus dropping a Phantom Lancer here. Slug is going to be able to make it out of there. And Sam, he's in deep, deep trouble though. They're looking for him. Nope. Got juked. Just ran straight to the low ground. Might actually meet up with him again here. Yep, Sam gonna let go. Oh, did not get the force staff up in the right direction, and he's gone. Slug taking that kill.
You wanted out of here, didn't you?
Nice little game so far. Axe going for the call on the Slug, missing the dunk, not quite leveled enough. And Slug now going for the counter kill. They want to find this Axe, maybe a bit too much for him. Is gonna get the jump off and taking that kill. Epicenter coming out, is gonna be able to find the Slug. Enough damage? No. Body blocks out from Chester, showing off some nice mobility skills here. There's some nice movement skills. Chris is going to be able to find this Crystal Maiden, but now Doom going in for kills. The Diffusal Blade is going to be acting upon him. No mana left. Chester going to be trying to walk his way out of there. It's quite far, but he should be able to. Now on the other side of the fight, Centaur going solo up against the Huskar. There is no damage, and the double edge wouldn't have gotten him. As Ogre is now the target of choice here for Chris. They're going to be trying to dive the tower at least. Spirit Lance is going to be able to finish him off. Where's Slug? Oh, he just went back. Doom now going to be getting his hands on the Shadow Blade, so that means Dust will definitely come out on this dire side here. At one point or another. Yeah, so right now, Radiant, I feel they have the better fight. That's at least until Sankin gets some proper initiations here, but Radiant, they're fighting with a lot more synergy. As well here, Doom going off on the Huskar every single time at the perfect time, bringing him down. Because that's their main problem. That's their main damage dealer that they have to take care of. Axe right now is not really a threat. He's going to be later once he gets what looks a lot like a Hood of Defiance. Online as he has got the ring. No, that's just a Vanguard into Tranquil Boots. Pause up from Crystal Maiden here. Unpause pretty much immediately. Up from the Huskar. No mercy shown. No respect shown. And they're pinging something out up there. It's the Sand King, I think. Nope, Silencer, gonna be a douche. So we're gonna be having pauses out here left and right. Don't know what's actually happening with the Crystal Maiden here. But we're just gonna be skipping ahead until they get over their little pause confusion here. Alright, seems like they're out of pauses, so we're gonna be moving on with the game. As the Doom, Mr. Chester working that Shadow Blade, or at least sporting it for now. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of an impact it's going to be having on the game. Of course, there is the 175 bonus damage with the engagement from the Shadow Blade, of course, making it a lot more of an offensive item rather than a defensive. It's at least a way to initiate, because Doom alone is tanky enough to survive these team fights. At least somewhat decently. So it's going to be a way of partly initiating for him. There's the Silencer. I think they actually scouted him out. No, they didn't. Ogre didn't see him. And now they're seeing him leave. Ward up. They're not pinging it, so I don't think they know. Yep, there goes the Tranquils up from the X. And working its way towards Vanguard. Usually I do it in reverse order, but my teams are usually very, very nice with how long I actually take in the jungle. I like to farm max up for at least 15 minutes in the jungle while being absent from lane. I'm not really too much of an early game fighter. Like to farm in the early game and just get ahead of everybody on the CS board for the next jungle. I feel he's one of the if not the strongest jungler in the game as of this meta. Like the strongest level 1 jungler. Lifestealer's decent, but I've never really been able to work him properly.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yep, there's the Blade Mail out from the Centaur. That's going to work miracles for him. He's actually both got the Hood of Defiance and the Blade Mail, which is basically means that he's super tanky as of right now. Stampede going out. They're looking for the Silencer here. Should be able to force staff his way out. He really needs that Blink Dagger, the Centaur, for that initiation. I feel that's this next item, and then just go straight into Heart. Because as of right now, he has the tank, or he has just straight physical and magic damage tankiness. Tanky enough to deal with most of the physical and the magic damage at least. If I could word today, apparently I can't. I don't think there's a whole lot of pure damage coming out from this dire side, if any. So I don't think Epicenter changes to pure damage for the Aghanim Scepter, so we won't be seeing any pure damage this time, so Centaur, you are safe with what you got, at least for now. Phantom Lancer looks like he's walking straight into a heart, still sitting on brown boots. Very, very understandable. No reason to upgrade him until at least a later point in the game when you really need those boots to travel to try to split push. Of course, with the change on the Phantom Lancer, he is a lot harder to split push. But luckily, we're seeing him more in the meta. Chris, they're looking for the right one here. Now they know, is the Doom going to come out? Not even. They don't even need it. It's just going to be trying to kill this Crystal Maiden. And Doom immediately in the last second, saving the Crystal Maiden here. As Huskar and Silencer, they're looking for something. They're looking for this Crystal. It's not going to find him. It's going to find the Slug instead. Immediate jump on the Slug. But Sam just taking too much damage. Only able to get the Global Silence off. Huskar trying to deal damage here to this Slug, and not going to be enough to stun out from Ogre, saving his life, and just so much damage coming out on him. Slug going to be looking to try to purge the Burning Spears, but apparently that cannot be purged. It's just able to regen through it. Nice little fight there coming out from the Radiant. Caught the Dire off guard with how many they actually were. Just sheer numbers. Doom, yep, he's looking for Radiance. That's my Manchester. That is classic Chester strat. So he's actually sitting on a lot of damage here, sitting on over 200 damage, and this should be a quite a nasty crit he's actually coming out with here. 200 damage crit, or 200% crit. That's about a 500. 500 crit. That's quite nasty, at least up against somebody like Silencer. That's about half his health just gone in a swing. And chance is not bad actually. It's about 20%, so it's about 15% less than a Juggernaut, which is not bad at all. Considering the fact that if you look at somebody like Chaos Knight, of course he has a 250 crit, I think it is. It's only about 10%. So nice stats there coming out from the Alpha Wolf. And Axe getting himself a Blade Mail as well should work him very much in the favor of against the Slug. But then again, he doesn't really have the tankiness to outlast it, because most of these Radiant heroes, they're just too far ahead when it comes to health. The only one he really has the potential to kill with a Blade Mail is the Crystal Maiden. He can put him down quite low, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and has not finished up the Vanguard yet. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I would finish that Vanguard first, make sure you get that crucial HP, and then work into a Blink Dagger, if you even take it at all. It all depends on what kind of a lineup you're up against, and at this point I don't really think it matters all that much, because he can't solo initiate on a Slug. There's just not enough damage. And Slug, he's just going to be able to heal up immediately. Centaur is a super dangerous target to jump onto, because basically, once that call wears off, he's going to stomp, and he's going to double edge, and you're gone. And there's the Radiance out from the Doom. That should at least work in the Axe's favor in terms of getting more spins. But it is going to work heavily against the Phantom Lancer. He's just going to go in with the Shadow Blade. Going to be Doom in the wrong one. Going to be misjudging that. He's stuck inside with the Diffusal Blade as well. He's just going to be trying to find the right illusion here. Smoke is popped from Chris, but he's just ending up getting out damaged here and out Radianced. Just so much damage coming out from the Scorched Earth plus the Radiance. We can just do a bit of math here. When the potential fight that's about to happen is over. Ogre scouting it out. Oh, Slug, you're in trouble, my man. He's going to be able to perch it, I think. Yep, he is. Going to get the perch off in time, so no burst out from the Silencer. And Crystal Maiden, she's still walking straight into it. I think that right there might have been a pathfinding issue. Donk out on her. Axe finding his first kill. Or actually not his first. He got a couple before that, but finding his first donk at least. Chester going to be rotating straight in. Sand King jumping in. Where the Epicenter is going to get brought down immediately, but the pulse is still going. Huskar's going to be taking a kill there, but should not be enough up against the Centaur Warrunner. Is the Burning Spears going to be enough? So close, it's not going to be. And Slark going to be pushing up here. That right there looks a hell of a lot like a Basher. At this point, it might be an MKB. That would make a lot of sense as well, but it could definitely be a Basher. I mean, an MKB would make sense if you knew that the Phantom Lancer would go for the Butterfly. But yep, that's the Basher. But as of right now, 111 last hits in 37 minutes. That's not half that bad for the Doom. I think that right there might be worked into a Sheba's Guard, as far as I can tell. That would at least be typical Chester. As Brave, just gonna be rotating up the middle lane here, running up it. Got the Ogre Mage out with the Orb of Venom here. I actually kind of like that pickup. Just the straight Bastion, you got somebody slowed for quite a good duration. The Silencer is pretty much the most mobile hero, so if you're looking at somebody like an Axe, or at least an Axe when the Triangle Boot wears off. Yeah, the 30 movement speed lost, that's gonna bring that down to 60. Which means that's he's moving for 350 plus a bit less with the Orb of Venom. He's essentially going straight for a just gonna not go straight for the Aghanim Scepter. I'm gonna choose to go Force Staff instead. I actually like the pickup, gonna be able to get himself out of the way of the Sand King. The Purge though is gonna be an issue for him because that just burns all of your mana completely. As this Ogre, it's quite mana dependent hero. Got Crystal Maiden, actually got the first point in the ultimate as of right now. Looking for Staff of Wizardry here first. Up on the top lane though, Slug, he's going in for Sam. He's now going to be turning his attention towards the Huskar, at least to call in from Max. And that should be more than enough to bring down this Slug. Yep, it is. There's the donk. Centaur though, coming in on the back foot there. Gonna be trying to get Santa on the Huskar. He's just stun locked to death. He's going to get frozen up as well, I think. Nope. Not quite yet, but the Frost Blast is going to be enough, and Doom actually taking bottom lane. So much push coming out from him. He's got a Midas, he's got a Devour, he's got a Radiance, able to clean up so many creeps so fast, and his net worth is super high compared to everybody else. Farming out the Axe by about twice as much. 600 gold per minute out from Chester. I'm going to be backing off now. That is a ridiculously farmed Doom. Yep, and that right there is definitely a Shiva's Guard. This is one farm Doom. There's one tough guy you don't want to meet. As of this point, just has so many tools to work with. I don't like the looks of him, but this is a strong guy. He's one badass guy. You got the Vanguard finally coming out on the Axe here. Should be able to at least take some of the damage off the Slug, as he's, well, you know, he's still quite strong. Most of these heroes actually, they're quite strong right clickers, and that's the unfortunate thing about the Vanguard. It only removes about 40 of the Doom's potential. Oh, double damage, holy hell. He's gonna try to look for the right Phantom Lancer here. I think he's found it, gonna be dooming him. And that should mostly almost mean the end of him. I don't think he's able to move fast enough. No, he's not. One lucky hit and he would be gone. Tuskar jumping in is going to be going for the dust as well. They're even committing everything to try to take him out, and it's going to find him in the end. Chester going in a bit too deep there. But then again, they did commit an epicenter just for him, and that actually enables the Radiant to push here. Phantom Lancer did end up going down. So we will have this Radiant team pushing in. I would just say to my guys right now, go, go, go. Go up that middle lane. Epicenter is down. They have quite a strong fight. They aren't exactly the most farmed heroes, but Sluggy should be able to at least somewhat start to carry now. Still needs a bit more farm before he's really able to take off. Might need the Scotty before he gets super strong, and then he's also going to be able to outlive the Axe. Oh, that's a big item coming up from the Sand King here. Very, very quick Axe up from him, about 31 minutes. That's not half that bad. It's about 2 extra pulses for a bit of extra damage. No, actually not extra damage, just a lower cooldown, down to 80 seconds now. That is also going to be able to, that's also going to enable him to use that a lot more aggressively. Like taking down a Doom, for instance, just with a straight epicenter. I feel it was a bit of a stretch using it there. Oh, the call in from the Axe. He's just sitting inside all of the damage. Huskar now jumping in onto the Ogre Magi. He's definitely gone for sure. Global Silence coming out as well. Ogre able to make it back out. Somewhat safe and sound. Slug, the only one they haven't really actually brought down at this point. He's 8-4 and 8. Been super good. Doom now coming in though. There's so many spells of cooldown. Epicenter, it's got like 23 seconds. They're going to be pouncing onto the Huskar. Sand King is going to be stunning it as well, but there's just so much mana burn, or just straight burn coming out from this Doom. Crystal Maiden might want to use the Let It Go for this guy. Is not going to do it quite yet. She's sitting inside the Sandstorm, now going to let it go, and this is going to rip the Sand King to shreds. In the meantime, on the other side of the fight, Doom actually taking out the Silencer, but now Sand King, yeah, he's in trouble. Got a burst strike in about 2 seconds. As you feel it's 2 seconds too late? Yep, it is. So a triple kill for Chester, and he's going to be farming way ahead. If you take a look at his experience per minute, about 800. I mean, that's Midas Radiance and way too many kills. That is ridiculous. Now he's going to get exactly what I think it's going to be sending that towards. Yep, that's the Shiva score done, and that's going to enable them to do so much in the team fight. That's going to slow Husker to a crawl, slow Axe to a crawl. Basically everything working out in their favor if he gets that Shiva score. And he's not even done farming yet. His GPM is now about 650, which is really, really solid compared to the amount of times he's actually gone down. Hold on. He is 17,610. Gotta make sure I use the stats correctly. Stats menu. But yeah, his net worth is about 20 grand at this point, and that's about twice as much as everybody else. That is absolutely insane. Has not been able to push too much though, which is the really unfortunate thing, but now gonna be farming up the enemy jungle here. Phantom Lancer is gonna be getting his hands on the Crystal Maiden there. Purge what's used, so. But not exactly, you know, like the biggest of deals. I mean, it is a Crystal Maiden going down, but then again, you know, she's got the items she's looking for now. Should probably be working into a BKB later. But she's got the Force Staff, which she's able to combo up with the Freezing Field, and as soon as she gets that BKB, she's going to be super hard to take down. I think Call actually goes through, as far as I know, which is the only downside about it, but other than that, I think they got pretty much in order. Now, Phantom Lancer, he's going to get bursted down immediately. They're going to be finding the right one and chopping him up. Sand King does have the ultimate, but says, no, boys, this is not my time to shine. Chester, though, and Diesel, they're working up, unknowing that they have 4 heroes coming out of them. Sand King, he's going to be jumping in, wasting a few of the abilities here. Doom is almost able to walk it out of there. He's walking so fast. Got the Shadow Blade as well. X, perfect call, but counter initiation in from Diesel. X, I don't think he's able to quite take him down just yet. Is Shiva's art? Yep, he's going to be able to take it, though, but now the counter initiation from Ogre. Only going to be sending a stun out. Not really going to amount to a whole lot, so a 2-for-2 trade, but definitely going the way of the Dire here. Even though they did lose the Husker and the Phantom Lancer, getting that Doom is just so crucial at this point. At least, you know, trying to contain him. Crimson Guard now out from Max. That should, as far as I know, actually nullify the Radiance. Let's see here. Grants nearby allied heroes to 100% chance of blocking 50 damage from each incoming attack. I think it is only right clicks though. I don't think it's going to be affected, or I don't think it's going to affect the Radiance, which is rather unfortunate. But you know, Crimson Guard, if you look at something like, you know, going up against the Phantom Lancer, would be absolutely amazing. But then again, they aren't. They're actually going up against some quite heavy right click heroes. Centaur working his way well into that. Actually going for the Sacred Relic, which could also be a Radiance in my eyes. I would probably think that he should have gone for the Blink Dagger, but then again, you know, this is a mad Centaur. I feel I've seen Brave play a couple of times here, and he's playing one mad Centaur. It fits the guy, I remember. CM. He's going for the Force Staff. Or has gotten the Force Staff. I actually said that earlier. Everything about it, trying to find something interesting to pick up on. Slug working his way towards that Scotty. Scotty. It's definitely a good item pickup. Phantom Lancer getting tankier and tankier. Got the Vitality Booster and the Vanguard as well. I think he's working his way towards a Reaver here. He's getting those illusions quite tanky. Sand King. He's got another 1700 gold. I feel he could actually start to give the Silencer a bit of farm here, as he's working his way towards what looks a lot like a Rod of Atos. He's actually got quite a decent amount of mana, or at least intelligence as well. So he's hitting for about 200, not particularly fast though. Up in the top lane though, we might see a clash here. Axe just sitting inside, they're going to get pounced, and they're nuking everything down on him. They should be able to take him out quite efficiently. The Call not going to be able to do much, but perfect initiation from Sand King. Getting the epicenter off on everybody, dropping everybody low, but they let it go. They're unable to take down the Crystal Maiden. They got no stuns. Silencer and the Sand King are going to be going down, so only the Ogre and the Crystal Maiden are going to fall to the side of the Radiant. They're going to try to find Chester though. Chris going to get pounced up. Perfect pounce out from the stock, and they're going to be able to take a full 5-man wipe. Chester with a double kill. Slork doing tremendous work as well. I think he actually got 2 at least. Yep. Silencer taking both the names of the Crystal Maiden and the Ogre McGee, but Wow, what a fight coming off from the Radiant here. Just pulling that one right out of the bag. And if we look at gold here, or team net worth, that is ridiculously heavily in the favor of this Radiant team. I mean, the heroes that have farm or need farm have farm, and that's the fortunate thing. Now they have a double Radiance. That is some serious burn damage. They've just done everything to counter out this Phantom Lancer here. Are we looking in the experience graph? About 7.5k ahead. Chester just skipping creep waves like it's nobody's business, sitting on quite convincingly the highest lasted rate here. Axe coming back into the game does have everything off cooldown, but it's kind of risky running into these three very, very heavy right click heroes. GG actually called from the Axe, but I don't think it's quite over just yet. Feel they still have a shot here. The Star team, if they can execute a proper team fight. Perfect initiation from the Senking. Not much better he could have actually done there. Just so much damage going straight in the face of this Radiant team, but they just weren't able to follow it up. Radiant being patient with their spells here. If you saw it, the Doom that went out late, but that's not really a problem. They're just trying to look for the right hero to put it on, and it's either the Huskar or the Phantom Lancer. And if they're present, if they're like in the area and hasn't casted their spell shred, they're in trouble. Scotty now done from the slug, and this is definitely going to be a very, very big item pickup. He's sitting on almost 3k HP, so tanky. And that's the Doom Heart coming out as well. I think it's actually got it done. Yes, he does. So he's sitting on about 3.2k HP when that comes out. A bit more than that actually, about 3.3. Such tankiness, and there's little they can do about it. Because if you look at these dire heroes here, they're not tanky at all. They've been stealing farm from each other in order to just get their items. They are playing so selfishly. Oh, Doom out of Silencer. Phantom Lancer should be almost able to make it out if the pounce didn't go on him, so he's gone as well. Nice little pickup there from the slug. Very, very good pounce. And apparently the reports are coming out. Well, you know, they're playing every man for himself. I feel they actually have maybe the better late game, but they're just not playing together as a squad. And that's exactly what Radiant are doing right now. They got the double Radiance, the initiation by Centaur Warrener from the Stampede. Doom's Shadow Blade just hurts them so much, and plus he's got almost 4k HP. Slug, the heavy damage dealer here, pretty much, not entirely, but it's definitely doing some very, very heavy damage with those right clicks. And once the essence shifts start coming in and the axe actually starts jumping, that could actually hurt the axe more than it hurts the slug at this point. Plus the bashes as well. Slug, they're able to take the tower, and they're just going to push right on up ahead. Just say, screw that middle lane, screw every other lane. Let Sand King split push. We don't give a shit. We're going to take a tower. So far, absolutely excellent game out from the Radiant. Ogre Magi and the Crystal Maiden have been so selfless in order to help out their team and actually secure this win. They've carried them super well through the early game. Even though Crystal Maiden did go down 3 times, it's still only the Crystal Maiden able to keep everybody else alive and then take the hits. But up on the top lane though, the split push out from the Sand King. He's just waiting for somebody to TP in, but it's not happening. Now the TP is coming in. Sand King super scared immediately as the Crystal Maiden actually TPs in. And they're going to be going straight for that Roshan, but that should not be a very, very long Rosh. Slark, somewhat good Rosh heroes on his own. And with the Doom over there, that's going to be a super quick Rosh. Double Radiance, that's unbelievable. Crystal Maiden got the Ogre Club in order, is almost sitting on the Mithril Hammer as well, going to be looking to farm up while the rest of the guys in the Rush Pit. And Slark, he's got his hands on the Aegis. Meanwhile, up on the dire side, Bionishan is going to get doomed immediately here, not seeing it coming, and he should be gone off this. There's just too much damage coming out here. Yep, he's going to get run over. Chester realizing that the damage in and of its own is pretty much enough. That right there is hashtag calculated. And the deny out from Axe. Beautiful. Oh, wow. I did not anticipate that. Just in smack out. One hell of a deny. Coming out from Axe, but it is still the Sand King on basically 60 seconds of no epicenter. But definitely nice little smack to the face there by Axe. Global Silence coming out. There's only the Slug sitting up in there. Actually, with the help of the Centaur Warrener. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Centaur trying to make his way out. rest of the team, they're just stalling for now. I think Diesel, that's exactly what they were looking to do, just wanting to take that mid lane tower. Slug going solo up against the Huskar, just out-damaging, straight out-damaging the Huskar, and even out-damaging an armlet. That is one hell of a fat Slug, just stealing more and more essence shift. Now the rest of the fight rotates towards that mid lane. Chris just running out of there. Let it go by the Crystal Maiden. Oh, they actually got the Slug. Axe got the kill on him, but might get chased down by Chester here. Yeah, he's looking for the Phantom Lancer as the primary target. And where's the crit? It's there. No, it's not. Actually able to completely out-dodge that. Axe trying to pull him into the fountain. Not really going to happen. And the push in the meantime on the mid lane. Great stall there. But yeah, this Dire side right here is so much in trouble. They got to find something. They have an Epicenter Sand with an Aghanim Scepter, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Will be enough for the Crystal Maiden, but not enough for Chester. Phantom Lancer going to be hitting him with the Spirit Lance. Now Axe jumping in, charging up, Sand King. Everything going on to Chester. Crystal Maiden is going down immediately. Ogre just letting go of what he can. But Doom, he's going to go down inevitably. And they did not even get that mid lane tower. That is within deny range, but that's never a tower you really want to deny. Don't want to give yourself exposed racks. The Sand King and the rest of the squad, they're just going to be looking to try to see if they can fend off this creep wave here. Yep, straight down push middle lane. They do have the Doom down, and he does not have money for the buybacks. Sand King going up for BKB. I would say actually a Vial of Discord this game would be really, really good. So at least combo up with his ultimate. Try to just get maximum amount of damage out from the Epicenter. Because Slug, he's just going to hit through your right click, or he's just going to right click you through the BKB. And that's the sad truth. Likewise with the Doom, there's just too many right clicks. Centaur, of course, unable to stun you, but I don't feel that's been the main concern here. Neither has the Doom ability. It's been basically the Slug. Not actually sitting on that many assets, but has been really, really great with the kills here. Saving money for buyback, he's about 3k in surplus, so almost able to buy a Super Basher. If that's what he wants to go for. I would say maybe at this point, now that the Phantom Assassin or Phantom Lancer is actually starting to get his heart put together and starting to finish up his items, forcing him to buy an MKB at this point would be absolutely incredible. Just I would say a Butterfly Slug would actually not be bad this game. Just forcing him to buy that MKB and the Huskar as well. I mean, he's low on farm. He's never going to be able to afford an MKB at this point. He's just thinking, alright, I got to get a BKB. But then again, you know, that's what the Slug actually works really, really well against, just because of his sheer right clicks. I don't know if the Essence Shift actually goes through, but he still hurts. Likewise with the Doom. It's just too much damage too fast. Axe now sitting on the edge of that. There is another Epicenter up from the Sand King. They're probably looking to go here in a second. Axe going to be blinking and going to call 3. Now the charge up from Sand King, wasting about 2 charges there, but they're going to be bringing everybody off the Radiant low. Nice team fight coming out, but let it go. Going to be bringing down at least the Axe, maybe the Huskar as well. All the main carries are down and out for the count, and Ogre currently the only one really sitting in there. And he's gone. BKBs have to come out from this Radiant side here. They have to get the BKBs. Because that fight right there just took so much.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Buyback from the Doom. He's going to be able to... he's actually TPing on the top here. As he knows that all the spells are down. They used everything in this fight and going to be trying to chase down. Silencer at least does have the level depth that should be enough to finish him off. And no, it's not going to be 28 HP. It's actually going to be diving maybe into the well form. Nope, a bit too much. But the push in from this Radiant side just going to be so much to deal with. And he's looking for a Huskar here. Huskar, I don't think you're able to take him, my man. Doom going out as well. Silencer might be trying to help out his little Huskar buddy, but he's going to end up paying with his life as well. Double kill for the Doom. The only one alive currently is the Phantom Lancer. Silencer is going to be able to buy back here. This Doom just going to be walking his way through the creeps, going to try to deny him the waves. Nice workout from Chester there. Silencer, there's really not much he can do other than defend that. Poor little CO4.
Middle tower is under attack.
And the middle tower is going to go down, so at least they are getting some redemption off this. Still have the superior team fight, but just not the superior push at this point. Doom are going to be sitting on him. There is no Doom available. has used it earlier. Chris, he's in a bit of trouble actually trying to take the fight. I'm not entirely sure why, because they're going to be zoning him out immediately here. And is going to be outpacing him as well. 5 seconds to the next doppelganger. Is he going to be able to get it off? Maybe not. There is, yep, some form of... Oh, Sand jumping in with an ultimate here. And the BKB. But as you can see, the right click's just going through. Doom in trouble though. He's just getting... They're putting everything on him. Axe going to be taking so much damage with the Crystal Maid ulti. And the BKB. Sand not anticipating it and going down as well. And I think, who's that? That's the Slug chasing on. He wants to get this Phantom Lancer. It's going to be able to doppelganger. The Heart healing him up quite fast. Slug going for the wrong target here. It's going to get Orchided and just taken on by a magnificent wave of glowy little spirits here. As the Phantom Lancer is going to be going for another doppelganger. It's going to try to see if he can work his way through Chester. Might be able to, or at least dropping him low. Chester has to go back and maybe heal up here. Now the jump in from the Huskar. But the Abyssal Blade on the Huskar, that's just going to work so much against him. Crystal Maiden does not have another BKB or another ultimate. Just going to be letting go of the spells as she can. Stomp out from Centaur. It's going to be enough to bring down the Huskar. Chris trying to get out of that Shiva's guard. As he's just going to get completely frozen up, and that should pretty much be the end of him. Nope, going to be able to doppelganger through the high ground. Incredibly close, but still, Huskar actually buying back for this, so he's just sitting on less gold than he actually... He's basically in debt to Dota right now in terms of gold. And the middle lane racks are going to be going down. Are they going to rotate straight top? Phantom Lancer doing what he can and pushing out the wave. He does not want them to take Megas. And I can really understand why. But they're going to be rotating top regardless. It's not enough mana for a Doom. Crystal Maiden is up, so the regen might be there to get it in time. Chris, though, he's in a lot of trouble here. There's the jump in from Huskar. It's only going to be jumping on the Crystal Maiden. Oh, wasting all the pulses on the Crystal Maiden. Centaur, he's running in. Got the stomp. It's going to connect on basically everybody but the Sand King, with the BKB saving him there. And Doom going to be almost able to run it out of here. Sand King is going to get the stun off, and that should be the end of pretty much Jester. There it is. That's the donk. Centaur trying to run away to jump in on him. But in the meantime, the mid lane, they gotta defend it. Sand King is back, or not Sand King, Silencer is back there trying to hold a tier 4 tower, and it's almost gone. They're once again gonna try for the push, but I just don't think it's gonna be fast enough, even though Doom is down for 100 seconds. He is still, it's still 100 seconds to, still not 100 seconds that they have. Sand King gonna be trying to skip the waves here. As another main issue here, the Slug is still online. The Slug is still up and going from that last fight, and he's just trying to farm up here. There is an SK. They're trying to force him back to defend at this point. He does have an epicenter, so I would keep him on the front lines in case they need to take another fight. Currently, the Silencer is the best hero that works on at least globals. Does have the global silence, so they're just going to Q it whenever they want it. That's pretty much all he can contribute with at this point. He does have ridiculous damage, but I don't think he's able to quite lay it out as he probably expected. This game gone 51 minutes already. We actually have a clash maybe soon to have on the middle lane. Diesel sitting up on the high ground. They're just trying to force the push, trying to force the split push. And Dire or Radiant just going to be taking care of the top tower first. Now they're going to be pushing up to the high ground here. Axe and the rest of the squad moving on. Chris going to be trying to find somebody to take care of here. He's going to let go of the Spirit Lance onto the Crystal Maiden. If they lost her, that'll be a disaster. There's the stomp. Chris might be in trouble here. Where are the stuns? It's actually going to go on the wrong one. Chris going to get forced out here. Axe jumping onto the Slug, and he's almost gone. He's actually gone. There's the donk out on the Slug. Does he have buyback? No, he does not. Crystal Maiden coming in with that beautiful ultimate there. It's just going to get right-click down, though. Centaur Warrior doing what he can inside of the fight. Is going to be able to stomp up at least one here. Huskar bringing down a buttload of heroes here, doing so much work. It's going to be able to take down the Centaur Warrior as well. But in the meantime, Chester on the other side of the fight is going to be going up against this Huskar. All he needs is to take him out. And he's going to be able to pretty much, is actually dropping Chester quite low, and there's the damage. It's enough. Huskar is going to get the kill on Doom, so he's going to be going down once again. Buyback from the Sand King. Lanes are just not pushed in enough, or at least he's not able to get to that pushed in lane in time. Crystal Maiden didn't actually survive it, I think. Just such slow cooldown. I'm not entirely positive. Might have survived it, or yeah, she bought back. A fight recap at this point would be very, very nice. Just to see who came out on top there. The buybacks, a lot of buybacks were committed here. The Dire, I love the fact that I've taken over his experience so convincingly. This game is evening out big time. All Radiant or all Dire have to do at this point is to take a Rax. And they gotta push down the lanes as well. If Dire take mid Rax, they can pull up the silencer in lane because they can just push out the bottom lane. And that's basically, you know, they can push out the bottom lane instead. If they take mid Rax, they just gotta focus their intention on bottom. And then they can pull up the silencer as well with that ridiculous right click damage plus the Orchid. Hasn't got the BKB, I think it's working its way towards one. Centaur getting a Mjolnir, I think that's to work the D push. Or at least just to pop the static field on himself. Doom, I would still say he needs the BKB at this point. Maybe drop the Vlads and the trade for BKB because the magic damage out in the Dire team is just ridiculous. I mean, he's slowly turning away from being a right-click hero because he's only hitting about once a second to just being a sheer tank in there. Just being a sheer force that they have to deal with. Just because of the Doom, the Scorched Earth, plus the Radiance. Just able to burn him down so fast. Plus you have the Centaur Warrener, who's got the Radiance as well, so double burn. Plus the stuns coming out from him. And last but not least, you have Slug as this right-click damage dealer. Who's still a couple of items short of being really scary. But he's still up there. If you look at it, 20k net worth. So they're competing with the Axe. Who has got Hard, Axe, Blade Mail, and the Crimson Guard. Huskars are right now still actually sitting on 3.2k. Might want to save some for buyback at least. It depends on how they want to approach it. Roshan is being done, and I think they actually know. They're pinging it out, and they're pulling back. They know they can't contest it. I think they actually could, but I just don't think they want to. They don't want to lose the game over a poorly executed Roche fight. Vladimir Suffering is going to get dropped, so the Doom is going to be picking it up. They have to bring him down twice now. That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount of health. They have to bring down 7k with 56% magic damage or physical damage resistance. They have to bring him down super fast. What is he getting now? That was instead of a... He's actually just going to go straight Hyperstone. Not entirely positive what he actually dropped. Shadow Blade, that's right. Feels like, alright, it's time to man mode this. Gonna turn myself into a right-click carry. There's the static field. I think that was supposed to go on Chester. It's gonna let go of the Shiva Squad. Only gonna catch out the Axe here. But they're just gonna go straight for the win. Gonna go straight for the throne. Chester happy to take all that damage because he is the Aegis carrier after all. Axe doing so much work in there, but let it go out by Mrs. Frozen. It's just going to be bringing everybody low. Sand King ulti unable to do a whole lot. Chester coming back in for round 2. I think this is GG. Centaur deciding that enough is enough and just going to go straight for the tower. Chester is getting brought down here by the Huskar, but I don't think the damage is going to be quite enough. Sand King doing what he can to try to stall him. But Huskar is down and out for the count, and I think this is it. Sand King is down and out. And it's the GG. Good game up from Radiant. Did get punished quite bad in the early game, but in the end, very good game on both sides of the river. Dire playing super well in the late game, almost voting for the comeback, but just the sheer tankiness of this Radiant team coming through in the end. And generally, very fun game. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this game as much as I did. Thank you, Chester, for submitting it. And basically, I would love to do a bit of a post-game analysis, but my sinuses are kind of stuffed right now, so I really need to go get something at least to drink, which is basically terrible. But you know, that's what it's like. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and yeah, I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye bye.